Hello and welcome to another episode of Crypto Daily on your favorite station, CNETv. You know how we do it on this program. We bring to you happenings, interesting stories, hot gist, trending things in the cryptocurrency, blockchain, and fintech space. We get this from different media platforms, from our sister platform, CoinNews Extra, and other media platforms, their latest and their major headlines, as well as their news. I do not get this anywhere except on CNETv, the broadcasting TV apps that gives you detailed information on blockchain, cryptocurrency, and fintech. I'm going to be the anchor of today's edition. My name is Maria Oga. Before we dive into the hot stories we have here, we'll go on a very short break. Please stay with us. Welcome back. If you're just joining us, you're watching Crypto Daily on CNETv. So before we start looking at the headlines, a whole lot has been happening in the space, and for a while we've not been onto the Crypto Daily, but we had a very interesting section on Saturday. There are lots of interesting stories, like the man that was kidnapped, the 39 years old man that was kidnapped, and then the kidnappers were asking for $30 million worth of cryptocurrency, and they were finally apprehended, and investigation is ongoing. So lots of things have been happening. Also, stories on metaverse. So many companies are going into the metaverse space, even if the space is still quite, because we learned a whole lot Saturday. The space is quite young, so as it goes, we're all going to be moving on with the tides. Don't be left behind. That's the most important thing in this technology space. Do not be left behind, because it keeps advancing, it keeps becoming better. So now we're going to be starting today's happening stories and hot stories. We're going to be getting them from CoinNews Extra. That's where we're going to be starting from. That's our sister's platform. There are lots of interesting stories on CoinNews Extra today, and then after CoinNews Extra, we'll move on to other media platforms. Okay, so the first story we have here, the story is concerning China. The headline reads, China's top economic planner calls for public feedback on mining ban. China's top economic planner calls for public feedback on mining ban. Now, before I read the story, there's a saying that communication is not complete without feedback, because communication is a process. You need to, once you communicate, the person needs to understand and then give back the response. So feedback is a major thing in every communication that is done, or every information that is passed to people, to your friends. Like any information you let out, there should be an understanding, and then there should be a response, which is the feedback. Now, this economic planner in China is calling for public feedback on mining ban, okay? Because lots of mining has been going on in China. We know that China used to be the Bitcoin mining hub. Like 70% of Bitcoin was mined in China before they started the whole restrictions and sending out miners and mining companies. Now they are calling for feedback. They want to hear what the Chinese people have to say concerning the mining ban, concerning the cryptocurrency ban, and the likes. And I'm sure with this feedback that they will be getting, they will be able to regulate the ban and all of the clampdown to get to be favorable for both the government and the people. So let's go to the story now. China's top economic planner is seeking public feedback on the digital currency block reward mining ban. The China National Development and Reform Commission, NDRC, has given a 1-month period for the feedback, even as the country continues an aggressive anti-mining campaign. China has always been the hub of block reward mining, like I said, at one time producing 3/4 of global BTC hash rates. However, in the past years, Beijing has turned on the industry and pursued aggressive measures to kick the miners out. From some states hiring experts to smoke out the miners, to others setting up dedicated hotlines for whistleblowers, to others threatening social blacklisting, China is pursuing diverse methods in its push against the miners. This statement is so true. China is pursuing diverse method in its push against the miners ever since it became so, the country became so engrossed with the digital yuan. They became like, they issued out the digital yuan and all of that. The mining, the clampdown on the cryptocurrency space has been tripled. Like, it is so aggressive right now. And the fact that they are calling for a 1 month feedback, giving a 1 month period for feedback, is quite nice. It's a positive step, because definitely I'm sure so many Chinese people would have lots of things to say concerning the fact that miners in China have been sent out, concerning the fact that the regulations for cryptocurrency is way beyond what the crypto traders and the crypto investors can actually cope with. Okay, still on the story. However, in a twist, the top state planning agency wants to know what the masses thinks about the ban. Relevant units and people from all walks of life can submit their report until November 21. So the report was actually submitted. The last day for the report was yesterday. So we're going to be getting a subsequent story, follow-up story, to know if the feedback was helpful, if the government would actually listen to the plight of the people, listen to the sayings of the people, and then reduce the aggressiveness when it comes to the cryptocurrency space. So for more on this story, you can actually go on CNETv Extra, and then you get more from the story. You can just go there and read the story, and I'm sure you were able to see the story and go along with us while we were reading the story on the screen. Now, still on CNETv Extra, another story here is still on mining. Yeah, it's related to the China mine. You know, when the electricity shortage continues to bite in most major cities, the country has proposed 100 megawatts total cap in power usage for the industry, even as most miners claim that this would hardly serve their needs. So right now, the miners are not even settled, because some of them are in Kazakhstan, some of them are in other places, but they are not settled yet, because China used to be the home. Imagine you being sent out of your home for a while. I don't know if it's for everybody, but personally for me, for a while I wouldn't actually be settled in a new place. It takes like few days, like a week, before I get accustomed to where I am. So likewise, these miners being sent from their home, which is China, some of these miners are in different places with different weird regulations and restrictive regulations and all of that. Now, Kazakhstan is saying that the electricity shortage is biting into the major cities way too much. So they want to reduce the power usage of the cryptocurrency industry in that space, in that city. And the amount they're proposing is 100 megawatts, like total for all miners, miner A, miner B, miner C, all miners. The total megawatts they can be allocated to is 100 megawatts. And these miners are of the opinion that it wouldn't even serve their needs, like it wouldn't even be enough for anything. Just like when it comes to our subscription on our phone, someone is telling you they want to give you 500 MB for the month, that kind of fee right now. Okay, still on the story, Kazakhstan has become home of one of the biggest block reward mining industry in the world, following the crackdown on the industry by China. Like I said, many miners relocated to Kazakhstan and set up operations there. According to the Cambridge Center for Alternate Finance, Kazakhstan is now the second largest home to block reward miners after the new leader, United States. So after they fled China because of aggressive pursuit, they moved to United States and Kazakhstan. So United States right now is the largest home for the miners, second to Kazakhstan, and it is really telling the country because of the electricity power outage. Then sometimes I just imagine if they come to our humble abode. When I mean our humble abode, like, because we are actually situated in Lagos, Nigeria, that's CNETv. So imagine if the miners actually relocate to Nigeria, how are they going to survive? Because you know the electricity situation in Nigeria is not really favorable. So okay, so that's that. Still on the story, this surge in block reward mining hasn't gone down well with authorities, with many officials blaming the miners for power outage. In the past few days, Kazakhstan has experienced outage that have left even the capital in the dark for hours and led to rationing, according to reports. Okay, these people need to visit my side of the world, and then they will really understand what power outage actually really looks like. Okay, so for more of this story, you can actually go on Coin News Extra, and then you'll be able to read more on the story and on Kazakhstan trying to reduce the megawatts for the mining industry. Now, still on Coin News Extra, another story here reads, another story here reads, the headline says, Catalyst natives enabling enterprises solve real-life problems with Cardano. Catalyst native enables enterprises solve real-life problems with Cardano. Project Catalyst has announced the rollout of its first Catalyst natives pilot, which is aimed at enabling businesses to leverage the power of the crowd to outsource the implementation of solutions and solve business problems with Cardano. So a project called Catalyst has announced its rollout of the first Catalyst native pilot, and this is doing on the platform of Cardano, that's Cardano blockchain, Cardano ecosystem, to enable business solve the problems. Like, so many businesses are going through a whole lot of problems. So this first Catalyst native pilot would enable businesses solve their problems, the little problems, the major problems, the whatever problem it is. That's exactly what they intend to do with this first Catalyst native pilot. Barely 1 year after its launch, that was when Project Catalyst was actually launched last year, 2020. Project Catalyst has grown to become one of the world's largest decentralized innovation funds. Project Catalyst is a center for future development and sustainable development powered by Cardano. Now, Project Catalyst, has launched Catalyst Natives, an initiative designed to make it possible for organizations outside the Cardano ecosystem to present business challenges and offer incentive to those who would help them solve the challenges with their innovation. So Project Catalyst is actually a platform that gives you opportunity to solve challenges with your innovation, bring in your innovative ideas, let's place them on Cardano ecosystem and solve so many business problems, so many business related problems, so many things that are restricting businesses. You hear people, this business, I think I need to switch to another business because of this particular reason, because of this particular reasons. Project Catalyst is saying, I am ready to accept all of these innovative ideas, all of these innovations, so that we can actually solve those problems together. Okay, the team says Catalyst Native is designed to extend access to Project Catalyst functionality, the same way the Cardano Native token features extends the range of crypto assets on the Cardano blockchain. Catalyst Native is a fantastic proposition for businesses of all shapes, sizes, to gain access to the variety trove of ideas and to those with the skills to realize them. Businesses can address specific pain points that they either don't have the resources to resolve or simply do not have a solution for, and outsourcing them as Catalyst challenges. Now, Catalyst is presenting itself, from this quote, Catalyst is presenting itself as a middleman. Okay, you're facing a problem in your business. Do you have a way to solve it? No. Okay, I have someone here that has a way to solve the problem. Bringing all of this together to help the greater picture, that's to help solve the greater picture when it comes to the business. Whatever business, they even stated business of all shapes, all sizes, whatever business you're doing, they are ready to help you solve the problems and resolve every single thing and provide solutions for those problems. Now you can read more on this story from Coin News Extra. Yes, the headline of the story reads, Project Catalyst Natives enabling enterprises solve real life problems with Cardano. That's the headline of this story. Okay, so we're still on Coin News Extra. Another story here. We have another story here. Okay, this story here reads, Sync Network launches 777 NFTs, merging a DIO with NFT. The Synchronaut NFT project, a collection of 777 NFT artistic designs inspired by space and astronaut, is the new kid on the NFT block set. Okay, so I like this intro. It's saying that this particular project is the new kid on the NFT project, block set, because you know the NFT industry is surging like really fast. It is growing really fast. Lots of projects. The Binance project, the 100 creator, where it brought in lots of African artists and all of that. So this particular project has been tagged the new kid on the NFT block set, and it is the Synchronauts NFT project. This project actually is inspired by space and astronauts. The NFT artists actually design the stores based on the space and astronauts. If you can actually look at your screen, you are going to be seeing the picture that was used for the story right there. Okay, so with a set whose theme is centered around a space station sitting in outer space, the pre-sale of the NFT occurred October 31st at midnight UTC. That was when they sold it, and the pre-sale event ran for 72 hours from its launch. So it actually was sold in October 31, and the pre-sale went on for 72 hours. Now the Synchronaut team also held a public sale of its NFT on the 3rd November at midnight. So they sold another NFT piece this month. That was on the 3rd of this month, to be precise. At midnight, they actually held another public sale and sold another of their NFT. The project aims to have a fair and independent run, community-owned marketplace. DIO members would be able to decide what feature the project should develop and even what shall be done with the fee earned by the NFT marketplace. Members will be able to vote on proposals submitted by other members in what founders of the Synchronaut project anticipate will benefit the entire NFT space. So the new kid in the NFT block set, that's the Synchronaut NFT project, is ready and willing to do a whole lot in the NFT space. Now moving on from that story, I think we have one more story here. One more story that we're going to be taking from Coin News Extra. Then we will go on a very short break. Yeah, before we move on to another story. Okay, so this headline here reads, RPG adventure game Illuvium boosted by $2 million gaming guide fund raise. Okay. Paul Moss plans to expand into the burgeoning P2E